Hey guys, happy Wednesday. It's Daryl here. I'm doing something a little different. First of all, I wanted to get off the subject of the coronavirus crap and something maybe another hot topic is relationships and sex. So I came across this gentleman, Coach Corey Wayne, on YouTube. I'm sure he's a nice guy. I'm sure he's knowledgeable and helpful and everything, but uh, I wanted to try to say as much good as I can right off the bat because the rest I have to say isn't good. Um, okay. Granted, I only watched this video. I haven't watched any of his other videos. Um, I've told you guys before. I lost my dad at 9 from brain cancer. I grew up around women, with women. I grew up being the man of the family, protecting my sister and my mom. I inherited a collection of guns. I knew how to use them. We grew up in the woods. It made me confident, and I could relate to women. I feel like this is one of the. I always talk about too how when we experience horrible things in life, to look for the lesson, the benefit. There's always an upside, and there's one of the upsides. If that hadn't happened, I wouldn't. If I hadn't gone through that traumatic period of losing my dad, I wouldn't have learned uh, how to take responsibility, and most of all, I wouldn't have learned how to easily interact with women. And it's just like interacting with other. That's the whole thing. A lot of guys I don't think get. The title of this guy's video is "How to Pursue Women," and right there, man, that's what caught my attention. It sounds like you're a cop chasing a bank robber, or a guy chasing a hunter chasing a wounded deer through the forest. I don't think it's flattering to the woman, and it's not flattering to the guy either. Pursuing women. Um, I'm not going to say I'm an alpha male. I don't think I am. I think I'm more of the lone wolf, the Omega. I think it's called. Not the Omega. What's the other one? I forgot now. Anyway, um, the introverted alpha. But anyway, um, so as I listen to this video and the guys that are writing in, I feel sorry for. First of all, if I was going to take advice on women, I would take it from a woman. If you're trying to learn how to get along better with women, if you've been shunned, you're doing something wrong, and probably the best person to talk to would be a woman. Uh, Somebody that's going to be honest with you and tell you what you're doing wrong. It's probably very obvious to them, and that would go a long way to solving the problem right there. Going to another man like this guy, who has probably had more than his own share of women problems, and getting advice from him, I don't know. To me, it's like going to anorexic on getting advice for dieting tips. It's just, you know. Anyway, let's listen to a little bit.
Too much of a cold fish with a woman that he was dating. So the idea is that I talk about in 3% Man is there's pickup skills, there's dating skills, and there's relationship skills. And this book covers the transition into each of them. And where this guy basically screwed up is he did not transition from dating into relationship. There was no intimacy. There was no, you could tell this girl really liked him. She was all in, figuring they were teammates. And then, but by the end of it, he was still treating her like a girl he was just casually dating and fucking and really not that into. So he says, "Hey coach, I might be one of your longest running subscribers and followers and coaching clients. I discovered you way back in 2011 when I was searching Google for how to reattract an extremely hot stripper that I had a summer fling with. You ended up making a video called 'Do Strippers Make Good Playmates?' Since then, I've become a regular reader of your book."
Oh, good God, where do I start? Another one of his viewers wrote in about how his relationship or how his pursuing a woman went tits up. Here's some advice on, see, that right there is, you're just a certain way that that you talk to women. Seeing stuff like that, just it's not appealing. A lot of guys are used to talking to other men, and when they say stuff like "tits up" to another man, they get a laugh. They get a chuckle. They all picture boobies. See, and that's where they're making a mistake. When they say that to a woman, it's demeaning. They feel insulted. I think if these guys just talk to a woman and got advice from a woman instead of, I'm sure this is a great guy and everything, but that's all I got to say, man. I'm sure Coach Wayne here is a great guy, but not for me. And if I had a brother, I wouldn't recommend him to this guy to my brother. I wouldn't recommend my brother to Coach Wayne here. That's all. I just wanted a good laugh for today. All right, you guys have a good Wednesday.